As his journey across Europe and into the world of extreme sports continues, Danny MacAskill is hoping that psychology and science can explain his love of risk.
Must be the best feeling.
He's arrived in France to meet an extraordinary group of mountaineers.
It's basically a group of guys and girls that are just out and about having fun in the mountains. You know, putting these slack lines or giant ratchet straps between the huge cliffs and kind of playing with it.
Highlining is the high-altitude form of slacklining, a 21st century take on tightrope walking.
I mean, I feel I can relate to it a bit more, from doing kind of balancing type things on my bike where you're maybe at risk of falling or you're kind of getting over the fear of it, but kind of calmly. I watch it and basically I'd love to, just think I'd love to give that a go.
Deep in the Alps, the peaks and landscapes around the French town of Chamonix provide the perfect playground for Tancred and Julien. They are part of an elite set, 2 of only 10 people in the world to walk high lines of a massive 85 meters in length.
1, 2. I showed Julien, we were a bunch of friends, and I showed him slackline on the ground for 5 minutes between trees, and then we went to set up our first high line.
This is good. Got a funny feeling. This back's not going to enjoy going in a slackline. It's a good effort getting from one end to the other of that. It's pretty awesome. That was amazing. Nice to meet you. How you doing?
Hi, Danny.
Nice to meet you. How you doing?
Nice meeting you.
Hi. Right, nice to meet you. How you doing?
Yeah.
See, when you first get on the line, when you're that high up, do you kind of step on and and?
Yeah, actually, it kind of depends of the spot.
Okay. Yeah.
Sometimes it's something with a lot of emptiness underneath, and it gives you fear. And it depends also of the day. Did you eat enough? Do you feel well? Did you sleep enough?
Yeah.
But yeah, sometimes I feel really scared, and it takes some time to feel calm and peaceful.
Does it take you a while to get faith in your gear?
You have to know on the ground first how it behaves. You rig it and then you start to scratch it with a knife and you see how much webbing you can have until it breaks. So you have a margin.
Yes. Yeah.
Thanks to new gear, we managed to push the evolution of the sport.
Imagine, yeah. I have tried riding one on my bike once, but it wobbles like this. So if you go slightly to one side, then it just your wheel falls off.
You think there is a big difference between what you do on the cable and on the slackline?
The cable, the thing about it, it's a wire, so it's actually very hard to ride along.
But it was loose.
Yeah.
How do you try it? Because it's up in the air and it's dangerous if you fall.
I think a lot of balance is to do with not being scared to fall.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can see the same in slacklining.
Yeah.
So you want to try this one?
I would love to give it a go, to be honest, but I don't think my back's going to...
We have a little one which is actually really tricky because
it's tight?
It's tight and then it moves really fast, so it kind of kicks you out.
I'm going to struggle to get even onto this thing. That's in my shoes. Oh. I literally have got no balance. This is embarrassing doing it on
You have balance.
TV.
You have balance. Usually what we do is we watch the other side.
Okay, so you don't look at your feet?
Yeah, no, you don't look at your feet.
See that on my bike, I generally look.
Where your wheel is.
Yeah.
Tancred, Julien and Danny may practice very different sports, but they share a passion for new challenges and defying fears.
Yeah.
What would stop more ordinary people enjoying sports like this?
So you want to have a go on the slackline?
Tomorrow?
No. Now?
Now?
Yeah?
I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, we can help.
Dr. Ian Tharp is an expert in the biological cause of personality traits and what actually makes people pursue risky sports or not.
As a human being, as myself, I'm quite envious of the people that can get up and do these things. I would like to experience the thrills, but I certainly do have anxieties and worries that also sort of prevent me from doing activities like this as well.
I really want to get along it. You know, when you try something and you know you can do it.
An important issue is what the difference between, say, Danny and myself is the theory that lays behind it. And crucially, the idea that this is a biologically based trait. And it's only really in the last 20 years or so that actually people would even contemplate that you can actually look for a biological basis for traits, and big traits such as extroversion and anxiety, neuroticism type traits, as well as sensation seeking.
I get fast here.
You just slim fit. That's a good job.
Danny doesn't know it, but tomorrow he is the experiment. Julien and Tancred will take him to the top of a mountain, where they've set their sights on a peak nearly 9,000 feet above sea level. His injury means Danny can't try highlining, but will he want to, and what in his biology would cause that?
I think it's quite high risk, like just a little thin ratchet strap going between 2,000–3,000 foot high cliffs or something. I think there's going to be a bit more tension in the air tomorrow. The pun, you know, the line, anyway.
It's the end of the ski season in Chamonix, and the last thing anyone expects to see the next morning is a massive snowfall across the Alps. Great conditions for the skiers, pretty abysmal weather for highlining between two cliffs, thousands of feet up in the air.
Does it matter what the visibility is like when you're doing the line?
Yeah, I guess it matters.
Yeah.
Already in the clouds.
Yeah.
This isn't just a new experience for Danny. These are conditions in which neither Tancred or Helena, who's joining them for the day, have attempted to highline.
It's a nice day to go slacklining.
Blizzard.
The conditions that greet the team at the top of the mountain are intense. A snowy blizzard is sitting across the peaks, temperatures are sub-zero, and the combination of 6 inches of fresh snowfall and low cloud has created a whiteout.
Yeah, they're basically planning to abseil down. I think attach the slackline to some bolts that are going to be in the cliff. Well, my watch here says that we're 2,660 metres above sea level, and he's dangling from a rope.
Okay, perfect for me.
Good to give them a challenge. Don't want to make it look too easy.
As the highline is rigged, Danny is being quietly observed by psychologist Dr. Ian Tharp.
Fair play. How is it? Windy?
Windy. It's just crazy.
That's awesome.
The line is completely frozen, so it's really slippery.
Yeah, it looks just so fun. I just want to, even if I only take 2 steps and fall, I just want to do that.
Danny's reaction to the cliff edge and the highlining tells Ian everything he needs to know. The key to understanding why Danny is drawn to extreme risk may lie in the balance of 2 very different systems in his brain.
Across a number of biologically based theories of personality, we have these 2 systems that always seem to appear. There's an approach system and an avoidance system. And the approach system is sensitive to rewards, pleasurable things, thought to be primarily driven by the neurotransmitter dopamine, that's sensitive to these rewards and also sensitive to sort of triggering your incentive and motivation when you can see that high wire in the distance and you're thinking, oh, that looks fun, that looks fun.
Dopamine is a neurotransmitter linked to a feeling of reward from many activities, like eating gambling, taking risks, and even sex. But working against its effect is a separate system.
Second main system is an avoidance system. This sort of encompasses both the idea of sort of fear and also the idea of anxiety. And that's related to a separate system in the brain, primarily related to the transmitter serotonin. That's often involved in sort of mood regulation. If you think about balance between those two systems, that might explain why some people are able to cope with the anxiety of approaching a cliff, because their fear system, for example, might not be as reactive to that situation, and their drive to sort of get across and enjoy and experience the sensation of being on the high line might be greater than the fear.
Is there any way of having any kind of rigging that I could try to walk on it safely? Not really.
Because you're not allowed to fall to have any shock on your back.
Rubbish.
Yeah.
Rubbish.
We'll try to go on a pulley. I can help you doing the first.
Okay. Yeah, I'll be up for that. For sure. You good?
If Danny's brain chemistry means he feels a sense of reward from an extreme challenge, and he feels no great fear about trying it, his drive to take the risk will always outweigh any anxiety.
You can put your weight on the pulley.
And just try it.
And then, here we go.
Yeah, no, it feels really comfortable.
Feels good?
Yeah.
Great.
So I can actually shimmy out.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Much better.
Whoa. That's a good drop down there.
Oh, yeah.
You can't... What? I feel actually quite comfortable. It's so high that it almost doesn't feel real. It's amazing.
Here you are.
That was awesome.
Danny's blessed with a brain chemistry that makes him less sensitive to fear than the average person.
Excellent.
High five.
Cheers.
But who or what is responsible for that?